All right. So it's it's starting to feel like I'm stagnating on the channel a little bit, which is an interesting feeling because I've been sticking with the consistency of it, and that's been good, and that's been hard, and there's been some fun stuff with that. But it feels like I'm releasing the same video day after day after day after day. So So what might end up happening is I just keep doing this, and I keep feeling like I'm releasing the same video day after day after day after day, and then the feeling changes at some point, but that doesn't seem likely to me. The other option I have is I change up something that I'm doing with my videos, and then it stops feeling like I'm releasing the same video day after day after day after day, which would be, you know, the most straightforward step in logic. Um, the other option is I change what I'm doing with my videos, and it still feels like I'm releasing the same video day after day after day after day. So the trick is to identify, why do I feel like I'm releasing the same video over and over again? And to answer that, I think it's because when I get into the recording room, I'm in a certain type of mindset, right? And that mindset tends to coincide with productivity and getting better at stuff and improvement and some other stuff like that, but along those lines. And when I'm in that kind of mindset, I tend to focus on particular problems that I've faced in my day that I'll talk about, because it's the easiest way to come across the thing that you talk about is the thing that most recently happened. So that's what's been going on. So it feels like, oh, I've just been talking about different things that have been going on recently. And so because it feels like I'm narrating the same days, then the days must not have changed. So let's look back at that. Do I feel like the days have changed that I have been doing this? Yes. Okay, cool. So it's not the days then. Okay. Hmm. So why would it feel like I'm doing the same video day after day after day? Is it because each video is off the top of the cusp? Because the scripted video that I did, that didn't feel like it was the same as the rest of them. So does it feel like I've been giving rambling videos all the time, and because I've been giving rambling videos, I it feels like I've been giving the same video? That could be it. That could be it. Because looking back, I haven't released the same video day after day. It just feels like I've been releasing the same video. So there's a good chance that it's attached to the unscriptedness off the cusp idea. Okay, cool, cool. How would I change that? Well, the easiest answer would be to write up some scripted ideas for videos and then go through and explain and, follow the scripted ideas. Okay. So then what would I write scripts about would be the next question. Okay. I'd probably end up writing scripts about my D&D setup, because that's the thing that I know a huge amount of, that's way outside of the things that I've been talking about recently. So that coincides pretty well. I haven't been asked to make a particular type of video recently, so There's no ideas from that, which is fine. Nothing on the audience to have the necessity to supply me with video ideas. That doesn't seem fair. Okay, cool. I could release different types of videos, but that's something that I've been terrified of doing. So that's probably where the next step is releasing different types of videos, such as like stories that I've done, and maybe some poetry that I've done, and maybe a karaoke song or two, and then that feels really terrifying. So that's probably the next step in which I should take to improve myself, rather than staying in the comfort of just explaining the same video over and over and over again. Another thing that I've been playing around with is making my own background music, so some backing tracks for these videos, and that should probably increase the retention rate, and that means that I get more eyes on my stuff, and then probably more feedback from that later down the line. And the thing about a backing track versus these art thumbnails that I'm doing is a backing track can be used over and over again. So that's probably worth my time to actually set up. Anyway, I just thought it'd be a fun little idea to actually explain the thought process of what I'm going through here, because I figure as soon as I start to get into the groove of things where it feels like I'm improving and there's difficulty, but not as much fear as there was in the very beginning, and who knows, the fear might stay, then I would probably, because I'd be in a system of releasing a different type of video, there's a chance that I would release much less of these. So I decided it'd be interesting to record my thought process as I work through the idea. Plus, I don't really have much else to talk about right now without it not being fair to... It didn't feel fair to jump the... What would the word be? It didn't feel fair to, on a dime, suddenly start switching the videos without a little bit of an update, because I've been giving off a consistent type of a specific type of video, which has been like mainly ramblings and off the cusp. So it felt like it would be way more of a shock, a pivoting shock to the the 4 people who have... I've like I have a voice crack. Wow. Woo. Yeah, I have like 2 consistent viewers, which is awesome. 2 people who'll sit through a majority of my videos is crazy. Thank you. But I felt like it'd be a huge shock to instantly start releasing, the waxings of poetry versus what the heck this has been. So consider yourself warned. Anyway, that's about all I had to talk about. So, yeah.